Hello guys, and then how's it going? Yeah, and then what's up? All right, so welcome to 5 Minute English. Today is 5 Minute English since I was asked today. So people would like to see this class in a more advanced level. So that's why this one is gonna be 100% in English. Okay, so I hope you can understand everything. If you don't, please let me know. You can make your comments down below. All right, so and it will be my pleasure, all right, to reply to you as soon as possible. All right, so today we'll study the verb struggle. Okay, so you have the verb struggle. That means when you say struggle, means that you are having a hard time. All right. So if I'm having difficulties, instead of saying difficulties, I can say I'm struggling. For example, I am having difficulties to pay my bills, or paying my bills, or I'm struggling to pay my bills. All right. So the first example, our company is struggling to meet the targets due to supply chain disruptions. So you see, so the company here is having a hard time. All right, the company is struggling to meet the targets. So targets, it's another way to say goals. You have your goals, you have your objectives, all right? So then you have to meet, all right, the targets. You have to meet the goals. So the company is having a hard time, is suffering to meet the target due to because of supply chain disruptions. When you say disruptions, you say that something is not doing very well, something is wrong. All right, so the supply chain, there's some problem there. It's not working, it's not running very well, smoothly, and then you have disruptions. Okay, if you take a look, for example, at if we look it up, this word here, disruption, and then you see, all right, that disruption is a situation in which it is difficult for something to continue normal way. You see, so the supply chain is having a hard time, all right, to keep running a normal way. All right, so that's a when you say what do you mean when you say disruption, all right? We are struggling to adapt to the new regulations imposed by the government. See, so the government has imposed some regulations, and then we are struggling, suffering to adapt to the new regulations. Okay. Number three, the marketing team is struggling to come up with a new advertising campaign. So again, the marketing team is struggling to come up. When you come up with something, you try to create something, try to produce something, try to think something. So you can come up with an idea, you can come up with a strategy, you can come up with a suggestion, you can come up with a story. So I am struggling to come up with a new advertising campaign. You see, I think. I think hard, all right, because I have to come up with a new advertising campaign, all right. So I am struggling. I'm having a hard time. I'm struggling to balance. I'm sorry. I'm struggling to balance my workload with my personal commitment. I have my personal commitments, the things that I have to do, all right, my appointments, my commitments, and I'm struggling to balance my workload, okay, with my personal affairs, all right, my personal commitments, and then I have to figure out a way, all right, in order to balance them, all right. So there should always be a balance between your professional life and your personal life. So struggling, suffering. Our team is struggling to close deals in the current economic climate. Our team is struggling to close deals in the current economic climate. All right, cool. Close deals. All right. Despite our efforts, best efforts, we are still struggling to increase our market share. So despite, so we are having efforts, we are putting lots of efforts into it, but despite them, although we are working hard, we are trying hard, but we're still struggling, having a hard time. Okay, figure out. It took us a while, but we finally figure out the root cause of the problem. So when you figure out, you understand. You manage to understand it. You figure it out. Okay. So the root cause of the problem, but it took us a while. All right. So it took us some time. We need to figure out a way to streamline our production process to reduce costs. When you streamline something, you make things easier. You make things run smoothly. So you streamline. Okay. So we need to figure out a way, think, plan, all right, a way to streamline the production process. So if you streamline the process, you make it run smoothly without problems. Okay, let's figure out the solution to this issue before it becomes a big deal. Let's figure out the solution, all right, to this issue, another way to say problem, before it becomes a big deal, a serious one. It's challenging, but I'm confident we'll figure out a strategy to overcome this obstacle. You have obstacle, and then you have to overcome it. Okay, to conquer it, all right, to achieve. You have a problem, and then you try to reach. For example, you can reach, for example, a good solution. All right, so you let this problem behind. You find a solution. You come up with a solution. All right, so you figure out a strategy to overcome this obstacle, right? To go over this obstacle. It's challenging, but I'm confident, right? Good. So that was 5 minute English. And so today was 6 minutes. All right. So I hope to see you next time. So if you have any questions, please let me know down below in the comments. All right. So I'll see you next time. Peace out.